Why does one room feel expensive while another feels cheap? It is not always the furniture, the decoration, or the price of the objects. Most of the time, the difference is quieter. One room feels intentional. The other feels accidental. You know the feeling when you enter a good hotel room and everything seems to slow down. The light is softer. The bed feels perfectly placed. The materials feel warmer. Even the empty space seems to have a purpose. That calm is not luck. It is design working quietly in the background. The first thing expensive rooms control is light. A cheaper room often relies on one hard ceiling light. It makes the space flat, removes shadow, and reveals everything at once. More refined rooms use layers, a soft lamp beside the bed, a warm glow in one corner, a small pool of light on a table. Light tells your body what kind of space you are entering. Bright even light can feel exposed. Warm directional light can feel intimate. Soft shadow creates depth, calm and privacy. The second principle is visual calm. A room begins to feel cheaper when everything competes for attention. Too many objects, too many colors, too many small details without a clear relationship. Your eyes keep moving, so your brain keeps processing. Refined spaces do the opposite. They give important objects more room. A bedside table with one lamp and one book feels calmer than a surface filled with 10 small things. This is why empty space can feel expensive. It communicates confidence. The third principle is material contrast. Materials influence a room before you even touch them. Walnut adds warmth. Travertine gives visual weight. Linen and wool make a space feel softer and more human. Glass, metal or brass can add precision when used carefully. But the power rarely comes from one expensive material. It comes from contrast, soft beside hard, warm beside cool, matte beside reflective. Those differences make a room feel considered instead of assembled. The fourth principle is symmetry. Hotels use it constantly because it lowers mental friction. 2 bedside lamps create balance around a bed. Artwork centered above a headboard gives the room an anchor. A sofa, coffee table and rug feel more intentional when their lines relate. Symmetry does not mean everything must be mirrored. Too much order can feel rigid. But a few clear lines help the room feel controlled, and control is one of the strongest signals of luxury. The final principle is intention. A refined room rarely feels accidental. The chair has a reason. The lamp has a reason. Even the empty corner has a reason. A chair becomes a reading corner when it is supported by light, space and purpose. An empty wall can create calm instead of feeling unfinished. This is the belief shift: a room does not feel expensive because every object is expensive. It feels expensive because every choice feels intentional. When a space feels intentional, you trust it more. You relax into it. You understand what the room is trying to do. Luxury is often less about individual objects and more about the relationship between objects. It is the feeling that nothing is there by accident. Maybe luxury was never really about spending more. Maybe it was about making fewer things feel more deliberate. So the next time you enter a room that feels calm, expensive or beautifully designed, look closer. Notice where the light comes from. Notice what has been removed. Notice how the materials relate. Notice the balance. Notice the quiet decisions. The best rooms do not just look good. They know exactly how they want you to feel. And once you see that, you start noticing design everywhere.